Hello, all my beautiful souls, and welcome back to Sunrise Tarot. My name is Leah, and today I'm doing a reading for the beautiful sign of Capricorn for the month of December 2021. I hope all my Capricorn friends are doing wonderful. I hope the month of November has been very productive for you. Please let me know in the comments how everything is going. I enjoy reading feedback, and I also enjoy connecting with your energies as well. As you know, dear Capricorn, this is a general reading, so there will be parts that may not resonate with you. Only take the parts that do resonate and leave the rest for someone else. And also remember to check out your other signs. Do remember that each and every one of us has a rising sign, a moon sign, and a sun sign. And of course, the rising sign is your public self that you show to the people. It's your external self. It's the, when people get first impressions of first meeting you, that's what your rising sign is all about. And the moon sign is all about your internal self, internal conflicts, internal peace, internal, resolution to different things, internal needs, internal moods. All of that is related to your moon sign. And of course, the sun sign is your core self. It is your personality. It is your core identity. It's your essence of who you are, in, what you are truly made of. It is also, your ego as well. There are a few astrologers and tarot readers who believe that the rising sign is where most of the action takes place. I am more traditional. I do believe that the sun sign is, the most important, if you will, out of the three, although all three are important. But like I mentioned, if, there are things that do not resonate with you, make sure to check out your other signs. I've already meditated on these cards. I've already shuffled them, and this is a spread that I have for you today, dear Capricorn. And in the past position, we do have the Five of Cups, clarified by the Ace of Wands. In the challenging position, we have the Page of Swords, clarified by the Emperor. In the present position, we have the wonderful Temperance, clarified by the Seven of Cups. And in the future outcome position, we do have the Ace of Swords, clarified by the Three of Pentacles. So you do have a pretty well balanced spread, dear Capricorn. Expect the month of December to be really wonderful for you. There may be just a little bit of a disappointment, but I think overall the month of December is going to be really powerful. It's going to be a turning point for you, dear Capricorn. So it's important to kind of stay committed to the task at hand and to stay grounded as well. Now, if we start from the beginning, in the past position, we do have the Five of Cups, which is a card of disappointment. It's a card of, loss. It's a card of not really feeling emotionally satisfied as it relates to a new beginning, because the Ace of Wands here we have in the clarifying position. Clearly, in the past, there was a period of time where you felt disappointment, perhaps with a person or with a situation. In the past, clearly there was a possibility or an opportunity that you did not take full charge over. Perhaps you were unable, perhaps you were distracted with something else. But clearly when an Ace of Wands is offered, and you are kind of, not really paying attention to a new friendship or a new situation that is being offered to you because you're focused on something that made you emotionally unsatisfied, then it definitely can create low vibrational energy. So the good thing is this combination is in the past. The difficulties are behind you. You are progressing forward with an incredible movement and speed, which is really wonderful. In the challenging position, we do have the Page of Swords, and of course the Page of Swords is represented by the air element. The Page of Swords is not a terrible card, even when it does appear in the challenging position. It does, as we know, pages represent messengers, so do remember that there may be some disappointing news that you may be receiving in the month of December, although I don't see that they're going to be too terribly disappointing to you. There is a very strong energy that comes from the spread that telling me that you are pretty much aware of what to expect in the month of December, so I don't think the news are going to catch you by surprise. I think you're quite prepared to deal with many different things that are coming your way, dear Capricorn, but there may be some, delays or some cancellation, something that, will create a little bit of a disappointment for you, but like I mentioned, it's not going to last, a terribly long time. Like, it's not going to last months or years or anything like that. We do see that there is an Emperor in the clarifying position, which definitely troubles me a little bit, because the Emperor is a major arcana card, and he's a pretty strong, challenging card, because the Emperor is someone who knows how to use discipline, how to use structure. He has proven achievement, he has proven victories behind him. He's built quite a lot. So as a challenge, the Emperor can be, pretty significant. There could be someone around you who's quite controlling. There could be someone around you who is manipulating certain circumstances or situations to play out for him rather than for you. So definitely you want to create distance if possible between this low vibrational energy and yourself. But definitely the Emperor can be someone who uses their position for their own benefit, even though it may be irresponsible, even though it may be, unethical or immoral, if you will. The Emperor in the challenging position can definitely create problems for people around him. I mean, everyone has weaknesses, even emperors, even, highly placed people. Everybody has weaknesses. So, it could be that you can find the weakness and see what you can do with that, and kind of leverage it in your own interest, if you will. But at the same time, the Emperor here is only in the clarifying position. So it does feel like he will be affecting certain situations in your life in the month of December, but not to an extent as to cause serious delays, if you will, from of progress of moving forward. Now, in the present position, you have the beautiful Temperance along with this Seven of Cups. This is a really strong combination. Temperance is also a major arcana card, and Temperance brings a lot of power specifically to you, dear Capricorn. The Temperance is going to help you kind of take that stubbornness that you may feel and kind of replace it with a little bit of patience, with a little bit of tolerance, with a little bit of productivity, with a little bit of innovation as well, with a little bit of different choices. Temperance is really a major power that you need to take advantage of. The divine here is trying to balance the Emperor with, the negative low vibrational energy of the Emperor with extremely powerful positive energy of Temperance. Temperance is all about moderation and being self-controlled. If you're able to self-control your own ambition, your own emotions, your own feelings, then you are going to create incredible progress. And you're going to create incredible progress. We know that because you have the Ace of Swords, which is a card of victory. But Temperance definitely is going to help you see a new perspective on something, perhaps a situation that has been happening or going on for far too long. You're going to be able to see a way out. You're going to be able to find a solution. You're going to be able to use everything that you know, your skills, your experience, in order to move forward closer to your dreams as well as your goal. The Temperance is going to help you kind of see the middle path, find a way, even if there, seems to be no way. You know how there's a saying that if the opportunity is not knocking, then build a door. And that's what the Temperance is helping you. The Temperance is helping you see the way forward and create the life that you want to see, because she's very, very powerful angel, very protective. She helps with the manifestation manifestations. She helps with kind of being able to see a new perspective. She helps with a lot, actually. We do have the Seven of Cups in the clarifying position, which can be a little bit dangerous because on one hand, Seven of Cups is a card of choices. So expect to have choices in the month of December. Expect to have different opportunities, different solutions to different problems. But at the same time, having a lot of choices can be paralyzing. Because sometimes it confuses people, and instead of progressing forward, they just stand because they're unable to move forward, because they're unable to pick a choice. So it's important to know what you truly want deep down in your heart, because then choices are very easy. You just sort of, you're not tempted. A lot of times people have temptations like, well, if I choose this, then I'm giving up that, and I want to have both. And so it creates stagnation, cancellations, delays. It creates problems because you can only carry so much. There's only so many lessons that you can learn in this life because we all have limitations as human beings. Even though we truly should push ourselves as far as we can, ultimately we are still limited by the physical body in which we are, and by our physical mind. Remember that there are three things that are very important. It's your body, your mind, and the most important, of course, is the soul, because it is eternal. It is kind of, it's an energy that comes from the source, that cannot die or cannot be born because it is eternal. It just continues. It just takes different forms. So it's important to remember that you want to make sure that you make the choice that is ultimately going to help you learn all the lessons, but also progress forward towards your goals and your dreams. Now, in the future outcome position, you do have the Ace of Swords, which is a card of victory. It's a card of seeing clearly and cutting through what no longer serves you, taking power over yourself and over your maybe low vibrational energy. You're going to be able to stand up strong and tall and speak your mind and use your voice and use your words in order to achieve something that is truly important to you. The Ace of Swords is a card of victory. We do see the sword going through the crown, clearly there's a lot to look forward to towards the end of December. And I like that this victory is associated with working with other people. In the clarifying position, you have the Three of Pentacles, who can represent, people that you work with or people in your family. Could be your friends, could be your neighbors. It could be somebody from your community with whom you're pretty active, but clearly people are going to be recognizing your opinion and your accomplishment, and they're going to be looking up to you. But let's see what we can clarify with the two energy oracle cards that I pulled. And we have Angel of Balance and Envy. Very interesting. Angel of Balance is all about being centered and honoring the choices that you make. This loving presence holds a pitcher of liquid light in front of the pyramids, reminding you that a strong destiny relies on a solid foundation of personal balance and emotional equanimity. It is important how you balance everything in your life. It is important how much time you spend on things around you and on the time that you spend on yourself as well. Because when you give too much, you don't allow other people to learn their lessons, and you don't learn lessons as well because you're taking on other people's responsibilities. So again, balance is very important, and emotional stability is also very important. It's important to check in with yourself. Why do you feel anger or resentment or worry or frustration over something? Can that be addressed? Where does that feeling originate from? It's important to remain conscious about how you are balancing your goals souls and your physical and emotional energy. There's only so much energy that you have. We're not talking about your soul energy. We're talking about your physical bodily energy, like, why do you sleep? Because you need to recuperate, right? That energy that you lost throughout the day. So it is important to remember that when you spend too much energy on things that seem important but truly are not, then you're not going to have enough energy to accomplish all the goals for yourself down the road. Whenever you feel yourself getting off center or losing focus, call upon this beautiful angel and bring her intention into your heart center. Your intuition will lead you in the right direction, and the angel will guide you to a peaceful and centered approach. And of course, the envy card is all about dissatisfaction. This card shows a woman holding a huge pearl in one hand and a platter of coins and pearls in the other. She stands in a silver room looking out at a golden city on the horizon. She has a life of value already, but she ignores that and longs for the shining prosperity she sees elsewhere. That also takes energy to pay attention to what other people are doing. That is your energy to be thinking about, ooh, that person down the street has a bigger house, and ooh, that person down the street has a better job or whatever. That takes energy that you need to center on yourself and use in order to advance yourself. She has a life of value already, this woman, but she ignores that and longs for the shining prosperity she sees elsewhere. Instead of feeling happy and fulfilled, her desire for more only causes a deep sense of lack and dissatisfaction, and that energy shows in her dress. This card is telling you that you let go of the jealousy and acknowledge the blessings you already have in your life. Now is the time to shift your focus. After all, when you envy others, it only attracts more to them and not to you. And so I just do want to briefly remind you, I'm a good fan of Dolores Cannon, like a pretty consistent fan, I guess I would say. And there are many people, researchers out there, very accomplished, very educated, and they all agree that, before you come to planet Earth, you already have a contract. So you already know what the life is going to kind of play out, how it's going to play out for you. Not only that, before you enter the physical world through obviously your mother, the womb of a woman, you already know how you're going to leave your body as well. When you enter the physical world, you forget. And so, a lot of times people act the way they act because they simply don't remember that they are here on planet Earth in a school to learn lessons. When you see someone else have a seemingly easy life, there's always somebody who works a little less or who has a little more, who, things seem to just work out, for them. It's because they learned their lesson in a previous life. Or in a previous life, they've had such a difficult time that, they're coming back again to the school of Earth to learn lessons, but they have agreed and signed a contract to have an easier time because they are resting in between different lives. So not everything is as it seems. Sometimes people who it looks like they have it all and the rest of us don't, sometimes it's because they are resting in between different lives. Sometimes it's because they learned the lessons. A lot of us have different circumstances, different situations. So it is important when you feel frustration or disappointment or regret to remember that is a low vibrational energy, and that is a low vibrational emotion that is not going to really help you. When you stay in high vibrational energy very consistently you see, first of all, you learn your limitations, you learn your emotions, you learn self-control, you learn determination, but also you learn different lessons that help you move forward. Everything you're doing now is you are learning so that the next lifetime is going to be much easier if you're back. Maybe you've already learned all the lessons. Maybe there is no reason for you to return to, the difficult school that we know as Earth. There are other schools who are a little bit easier. But definitely Earth is a very popular school, and a lot of souls are trying to come, here. And, there's so much that I've been learning over the past several months. It's just mind-boggling. I can't put all of my knowledge into a tarot reading video, and I wish I could. There's so much to share with you guys. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this read. Actually, see, me talking too much. I forgot one card. Let's see what we have from Angel Answer deck, and we do have Communicate Clearly. So definitely make sure before you communicate, verbally, make sure to write down your thoughts. When you write down your thoughts, you organize your thoughts better because you're taking the time, you're taking the energy to write things down. The more you write, the better your thoughts become. The same with meditation. The more you meditate, the more control, the more power you have. There's so many different exercises that you can do with your own thoughts. Like, your thoughts is like a car. It's like a tool, that is there to help you. You can do so much with your thoughts as long as you're able to organize them, control them, have power over them. And there's many different exercises in order to accomplish that. But communication, especially in the month of December, is going to be very important to you. We do see that in the Ace of Swords. We do see that you're going to do a great job communicating because you have leveled up. You have been going through quite a lot of lessons, especially in the last 24 months, and you are really progressing a great deal, which is really important to recognize, dear Capricorn. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for visiting my channel, and I will see you next time.